It was anonymous.
In honor of the new Naruto Fortnite collab, we got 6 of the best Fortnite pros in FaZe Clan to battle it out in Zone Wars. They haven't gotten to do this in so long, so this is the perfect time to see who is currently the best Fortnite pro in FaZe Clan.
Yo, Sway, you said how many rounds is this? 10?
Yeah, there's 10 rounds, and it adds up all the points from each round. So, like, whoever has the most points at the end wins. So, let's go.
Right. No way.
Oh, wait, Dubs. Oh, my God, you're 1 HP. Wait, no, wait, Dubs. Foul with this.
Wait, what the? I didn't even see
Wait, Dubs.
What?
Wait,
No.
Dubs is going crazy right now.
I'm 1 HP.
Oh, my God. Okay, thank you. Wait, who's anonymous?
That's me. What's good?
Bro, you're not Drake, bro. You're not Drake.
Follow back. Follow back.
Oh, I get score for assist? Is that how it goes?
Yup, you get score for assist, placement, and
All
kills.
I'm scared, Sway.
This is not me. This is not me. This is Mongrel.
Oh wait, it's Mongo? Oh hell no! I'm even more scared.
I'm EU, bro.
No way! I choked.
There's 10
saw
rounds,
the
bro.
bag.
It's all good, bro. There's 10.
Yeah.
You right.
All I know is I'm about to be on high, so check me. You gotta check me.
Oh, wow. Where's everyone at, bro? I can't find anyone. What the heck?
Me and Sway
Hey,
are
I got
going
2 people on me. I need some help.
Get out of here right now, yo. We're getting chopped out 100%. There's no way we're not.
No way.
No! Sway with a P90 is unfair.
I think is everyone up? Is everyone on low now?
Sway's going in.
Well, I'll play like the bitch right now. Come on. Oh! No, you got Mega. You got choke, bro. You got choke. I'm sorry, bro. This is how it has to end, bro. I'm sorry.
I just fell off my build. I just fell off my build.
Oh my God, I got Gold Spaz, Gold Scar, and Gold P90. Meet me at height.
Bro, I had no idea where I was right there. I had no clue.
Hey, Sway, were you capping?
No? I have a Gold Spaz right now. What do you mean?
No way, you was fast.
You just got pissed on.
Nah.
What the heck is happening?
Whoa, isn't
bro?
that unfortunate? Isn't that unfortunate? Yo, isn't that unfortunate? Isn't that unfortunate, guys? Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, buddy, bro. Come on.
No.
Come on, bro. Let me just get this high real quick. Come on. Come on. Huh? Come on now. 2 in a row.
Alright.
Come on. I actually have the worst loot. I think I have the worst loot possible.
Hey guys, today we'll be covering a 2021 drama series called Al Rawabi School for Girls. The story revolves around a high school girl named. She launches at Nof and pushes her away. Ahmed sees he is about to get caught and plays the victim. An enraged Raina orders Nof to leave immediately. Nof feels humiliated and sad about something that isn't even her fault. She runs to the bathroom to get away from the group. Meanwhile, back at the resort, Mariam and Dina call her several times, but the call goes straight to voicemail. Miss Abir and the gym teacher leave to look for the missing girls. Mariam still blames Nof for being stupid enough to go. It surprises Dina because the old Mariam would have felt bad for putting Nof in such a situation. Leanne and Nof meet in the washroom. Nof notices the text from Dina and finds out that Miss Abir is looking for them. They immediately run outside to alert Raina, but Miss Abir finds her first. Ahmed senses that he might get in trouble for being with an underage girl. Raina realizes how much of a coward he is when he runs away as soon as she is caught. When the teacher asks her about her missing friends, she covers up for both Leanne and Nof and claims that she came to the club alone. In the resort, Leanne and Nof lie that they were looking for Raina and hence were not in their room earlier. In the end, only Raina gets in trouble. On the first day back to school after the trip, Raina arrives with a bruised eye. It is evident that her father hit her for what she did. Thankfully, the school lets her off with only a warning. Even Dina and Nov feel bad for her, but not Mariam. She is proud of what she did and is ready for her final attack. She hasn't talked to Dina or Nov since the trip and has no one to stop her from what she is about to do. In the washroom, Leanne helps her friend apply makeup to cover the bruise. Even though Leanne didn't get into trouble for what they did together, Rania doesn't resent her for it. She knows that if Hazim would have found out about his sister partying, he would have done more than just hit her. Next Thursday, Leanne plans to cut classes to meet her boyfriend Laith again. She has done it numerous times before and is confident that everything will go well. However, after everything that has been happening to their group lately, Rania is skeptical. She wants Leanne to be extra careful this time. As they are discussing this, Mariam is in the bathroom stall eavesdropping on their conversation. During the lunch break, Nov thanks Rania for saving her the night of the trip. Rania also says sorry for lashing out at her when it was Ahmed's fault. They sit together for lunch, much to Mariam's annoyance. That night, she looks for Leanne's boyfriend's Laith's information on the internet to use it against her. At Leanne's home, her younger brother barges into her room while she is talking to Laith on the phone. She quickly ends the call, making him suspicious. He checks her phone, but fortunately for Leanne, she saved Laith's number under Rania's name. Leanne complains to her father that she doesn't get any privacy at home, but even he supports his son's right to Leanne's personal life. The following morning, she runs away from the bus and goes for a drive with her boyfriend. Back at the school, an award ceremony to present the principal with an award for her excellent work is about to begin. Miss Abir notices Leanne is absent and suspects she must have run away from the bus again. But when she tells the principal about it, she is dismissed as usual. The principal doesn't want to create drama before being honored by the Board of Education itself. Meanwhile, Leanne and Laith arrive at his bachelor pad. They have gone to his bachelor pad so they can enjoy their time without having to worry about someone else seeing them. Before going in, she tells them that they are just going to hang out and not do anything else. Laith, who just wants her to feel comfortable, is ready to go somewhere else if she wants to. Leanne happily agrees to stay with them at the house for the day. At the school, the principal is busy with the award ceremony. Miss Abir is annoyed at the fact that she treats her like a pawn and lets Leanne get away with everything. To teach her a lesson, she breaks into the office and calls Leanne's father to inform him of her absence. She also tells him that this is not the first time Leanne has run away from school. The entire family immediately comes to the school to look for their daughter and talk to the principal. Meanwhile, Rania is going through the pictures on her phone when she comes across the picture of Leanne, Rania, and their boyfriends on the night of the festival. On zooming into it, she sees Dina's reflection in the back. She realizes that Dina and her group are the ones who posted the picture of Ruqayya without her hijab. She stops Dina and Nov on their way to the award function and asks them why they did all that. Nov quickly apologizes, but claims that they do not have time to talk about the past. The girls tell Rania that Mariam is surely planning to do something to get Leanne in trouble. Rania freaks out, knowing how strict a person Hazim is. Somewhere else, Leanne is having the time of her life with her boyfriend. For the first time, they are not paranoid about someone noticing them and can actually enjoy their time together. Back in school, Nov tells Rania everything they have done and apologizes to her. Rania is ready to forget about the past if it means they can save Leanne now. They run to stop Mariam, but see that Leanne's father and Hazim are already in school. They meet Miss Abir and ask her to explain everything she knows. She takes the opportunity to make the principal seem like an awful person who doesn't care for the student's safety. When Hazim finds out about his sister's boyfriend, he is beyond furious. The thought of his sister with the man is enough to make him go on a rampage. Mariam types in Laith's bachelor pad's location in her phone and is about to send it to Hazim to make sure Leanne is caught. Rania, Dina, and Nov stop her and beg her to rethink her decision. Rania even apologizes and agrees to never trouble anyone again if Mariam lets this one go. However, Mariam doesn't listen to any of them and sends the location. The damage is done and no one can stop Hazim now. As soon as he receives the text, he makes his way to the bachelor pad. Leanne is in Laith's clothes watching a movie with him. He tells her that he loves her for the first time. Everything's going well until suddenly, someone bangs on the door. Leanne recognizes her brother's voice and panics. She knows that no one can save her against Hazim's temper. Outside, Hazim finds Leanne's clothes left out to dry. He assumes that she has slept with her boyfriend and glows red in anger. In school, Leanne's father faces the principal and throws her award to the ground. He promises to destroy her and the entire school before storming off. Everyone is shocked because the man has the power to do exactly what he said he would. After he leaves, the principal looks at Miss Abir in disappointment and asks her if she is happy. Seeing her lose, Mariam smirks, proud that her plan worked perfectly. Somewhere else, Hazim eventually breaks down the door and attacks Laith. Leanne can do nothing but beg him to stop. He does stop for a second, but then he brings out the gun and points it at her. Leanne cries and begs for her life, but he doesn't listen. At last, she closes her eyes, accepting her death. The principal is in her office thinking about the events of the day. A picture on her desk reveals that Laith is actually her son. In the last scene, we see Mariam proudly walking down the hallways. She sees Rania crying, but doesn't stop to check up on her. Whatever might be the consequences of her actions, it is clear that she doesn't regret it.
Hi, Mystery Recapped here. Today, I'm going to explain a coming-of-age comedy drama film called 3 Idiots. Spoilers ahead. Watch out, and take care. 30-year-old Farhan is on board a flight that is minutes away from taking off. He gets a call from someone, and the news they relay shocks him to the core. Right when the airplane takes off, he gets up from his seat, trying to get to the stewardess. But before he can, sharp pain in his chest makes him fall unconscious. The pilots land the plane back on the runway, and Farhan is rushed outside in a wheelchair. All of a sudden, he opens his eyes, proving that he was faking the heart attack. He does a few jumping jacks and tells his caretaker he seems to be fine before running away. Then, he rushes to his friend Raju's home. He also calls Raju and tells him that their third friend, Rancho, is back in town. The news shocks Raju as much as it did to Farhan. He quickly wears a shirt and runs outside with his shoes still in his hands. When the friends meet, Farhan reminds him that he forgot to wear his pants. Still, both friends did not seem to care, because the missing pants are nothing compared to reuniting with their long-lost friend Rancho. They go to their former engineering college and meet Shatur, their college rival and an egocentric, gullible man. It turns out that Shatur had made a bet with Farhan and his group when they were in college. They had decided to meet 10 years later on the 5th of September to see who is the most successful out of them all. While everyone else forgot about this stupid bet, Shatur remembered it and brought them all to the same place again. He also reveals that he is the vice president of Rockledge Corporation and a millionaire. The other two do not care about his success and only want to meet Rancho. It is revealed that Rancho left randomly after college and has never contacted them since. They had given up on looking for him after several tries. As they're about to beat Shatur up for wasting their time, he claims that Rancho is in Simla. He wants to take them on a trip to Simla to get them together and show them how far he has come in life. Farhan and Raju are ready to come with him and do not care even if he is trying to prove they're inferior to him. A flashback shows us the time when Farhan entered college for his freshman year. He and Raju were given a single room to share alongside Rancho. Farhan and Raju had problems of their own. Farhan didn't want to become an engineer and was only doing it for his father, while Raju was too scared of the future to concentrate on the present. But Rancho was different. The first time they met him was while being bullied by the seniors on their first night of college. It was a tradition for the senior guys to get the freshman boys naked and make them bow. It was considered a way for the freshmen to show respect to their elders. It was probably also a way for their elders to exhibit their closeted homosexuality without consequence. When everyone else quietly followed the tradition, Rancho did not. He locked himself inside his dorm room and refused to come out, even when the leader of the bullies threatened him. To teach him a lesson, the bully is about to pee in front of his door, but Rancho is smarter than the others. He joins an electric wire to a spoon and slowly puts it under the door. When the bully pees on it, he gets electrocuted.
This ain't over.
Experience the epic fun of Uncharted.
Pretty cool, huh? Well, you proved yourself again, kid.
Under the door. When the bully pees on it, he gets electrocuted. Everyone laughs and admires him for his brilliant idea. Farhan and Raju are impressed and confused by Rancho's interesting personality. Following that, we are introduced to the college's strict dean, Viru, known as Virus among the students. He is a typical orthodox man who thinks life is a race, and the students should do exactly what they are told in order to be successful. One thing Virus hates the most is wasting time. For the same reason, he has Velcro stuck to all his shirts instead of buttons, and hooks to his ties. Every year, Virus gathers the first-year students and gives them a speech about a special pen that he got from his teacher. The pen, as he says, is an astronaut's pen that the scientists have invented after years of research to be able to write in space. He has been waiting to give the pen to an extraordinary student like himself, but in his 20 years of career, hasn't found a student good enough for it. In other words, Virus thinks very highly of himself. Virus has given the same speech to every batch of students the college has ever had, and never in his life has anyone asked him a question. But this time, Rancho inquires why the astronauts didn't use a pencil instead of a pen. Virus is left shocked. All he can say is he will get back to the question. After the speech, the school's janitor and child worker, named Millimeter, praises Rancho for this question. Rancho gives him some money to buy a school uniform, advising him to enter any class of any school without being noticed. His interesting personality is amusing to Farhan, but Raju thinks he will cause them trouble. Rancho isn't like most of the students, who work as the professor's puppets. He asks his own questions, makes his own answers, and genuinely loves engineering. But the teachers always mistake his attentiveness for mischief and send him out of the class. But Rancho sits in another random class when thrown out of one. He is in college, not for a diploma, but to study. And that is an incredible life lesson that we should all be so lucky to learn. There is only one other like him in the college, Roy, from the 4th year. He has been working on a project that is genius, but Virus refuses to look at it because Roy is behind the submission date. He even calls Roy's father and bluntly tells him his son won't graduate. The news is too much for the hopeful father to handle, but Virus doesn't care. He is absolute about not giving Roy a second chance. Roy throws his project, and Rancho finds it later. He sees that the machine is innovative and only needs a little polishing. For the next week, he works on the project and completes it. When it's done, they fly the drone to Roy's room, only to see his corpse. They run to his room and witness that he has committed the unthinkable. During his funeral, Rancho tells Virus that Roy was murdered by the college's system of pressuring students. Virus takes the comment personally and writes a letter to Farhan and Raju's parents, telling them that Rancho is a bad influence on their sons. Virus should be in jail. The very next day, Farhan's father calls them home and asks Rancho to stay away from his son. Rancho ignores his words, distracted by the wildlife pictures on the wall. It turns out that Farhan wants to be a wildlife photographer, but has taken engineering because of his father. Rancho tries to convince his father otherwise, but it is not enough to eradicate his deep-rooted and shallow principle. After that, they go to Raju's home and finds out that his family lives below poverty. His father is bedridden and retired, while his sister is getting older, but no one wants to marry her. The family's responsibility falls upon Raju, which is why he is always so scared of the future. Later, the friends pretend to be guests at a wedding to enjoy the food. Rancho notices a girl named Pia and her fiancé talking about her watch. By the conversation, it is clear that the guy, Suhas, is a materialistic man who is only marrying her for her status. Rancho tells Pia what he thinks about Suhas and drops a dressing into his shoes to prove to her how materialistic he is. As expected, Suhas cries out the price of his shoes and yells at the waiter for ruining them. Intrigued by Rancho's personality, Pia does some digging and finds out that he is her father, Virus's student. To the guy's misfortune, the wedding they broke into is Virus's elder daughter's. Pia tells her father about the three and gets them in trouble. The night before exams, Chatur slips adult magazines into everyone's dorm room in an attempt to distract them. When Rancho gets a hint of this, he is determined to teach him a lesson. One day, Chatur is invited to give a Hindi speech for an important charity event, but since he is awful at Hindi, he learns the speech, not understanding a single word of it. What he doesn't know is that Rancho has changed some important words in the text, with words like breast and assault. On the day of the event, Chatur unknowingly insults the VIPs with his absurd speech. After getting in trouble for it, Chatur is enraged. He challenges the guys to bet on who will be the most successful in 10 years, and writes the date September 5th on the wall. One day, Rancho bumps into Pia and Suhas outside a jewelry store. Suhas has just bought her an expensive watch. Rancho does an experiment and makes her pretend she lost the watch. Suhas loses his temper and calls her an idiot, once again showing his materialistic side. Pia breaks up with him after handing him the watch back. Right after, Rancho gets a call informing him that Raju's father is having a seizure. He and Pia drive to Raju's house and get his father to the hospital just in time to save his life. Raju is beyond thankful and sorry to his friend. Pia sees how much Rancho cares about his friends and starts to fall for him. Finally, the results of the first semester exams are published. Farhan and Raju rank in the lowest position, but they are happy that at least they didn't fail. Then, to their utmost surprise, Rancho ranks in the first position. Chatur, who comes second, and Virus, who hates Rancho's guts, are the saddest people in the crowd. Virus takes a picture together with the passing class, with the first and second ranking students by his side. Back in the present, Raju and Farhan reach Simla, along with Chatur, to meet Rancho. They arrive at his house, according to Chatur's location, and find that Rancho's father passed away that morning. When everyone is mourning, they approach a man. However, to their confusion, the man who claims to be Rancho is someone else. Even the picture they took together in college is different. The guys return to a nearby restaurant to think of their next step. As they talk, Chatur mentions a great scientist and inventor named Wang Du, who is going to sign $1 million deal with his company next week. The other two cannot